Texas Rangers. The World Series trophy stayed in the state of Texas, but thankfully went north of Houston. Never thought I'd see the Rangers finish on top in my lifetime, not gonna lie. Last year I was pretty harsh on them as I couldn't get into the cursive font being used and was soured on the red alternate getting the axe at the hands of Nike. However, after more exposure and watching their playoff run, my opinion of these jerseys grew. You know the old saying, you look good when you're winning. Originally coming into existence in 1961 as the second incarnation of the Washington Senators after the first one moved to Minnesota, the team would eventually move to Arlington, Texas after a forgetful tenure in DC and become the Texas Rangers in 1972. They've been consistent in their uniforms, with the biggest change coming in 1994 when the team started emphasizing red more than blue. They go back to blue at the turn of the millennium, with the team flip-flopping between blue and red starting in 2009, leading us to the refresh of 2020. The home white introduced that year brought back not just the team name after having Texas for a decade, but also the cursive font from 1984 to 1993. I think my problem initially with this was how tight the cursive font is. I love a good cursive font on a jersey, especially those old Rangers jerseys, especially the ones Nolan Ryan wore, but the letters don't feel that well spaced out here. Everything is scrunched up against each other. Sorry, but the old one did it better. However, it has grown on me and I've warmed up to it. And keeping up with their flip-flopping tradition, this gets paired up with either the red hat or the blue hat. The road gray is unchanged since a refresh in 2014 after the text was changed to blue in 2000. It still looks nice, and frankly I prefer having the state on a gray jersey than a white jersey, and by extension I feel the same way about the royal blue alternate, also introduced in 2000 and is basically a blue version of the road jersey, and yes, both are exclusively paired with the blue hat. Still miss the red jersey. Curse you, Nike! In its place is this powder blue alternate that coincided with the 2020 season and basically replaced the red jersey in the team's lineup last year. This marks the first time Texas had a powder blue jersey since 1982, and while the uniform itself is fine, I'm not into the powder blue hat. I don't know, I feel a powder blue jersey would look better with a different colored hat. Sure, the Royals did that too at one point, but that got corrected after 3 seasons. Frankly, I would have been in favor of keeping the red jersey if I was given the choice. Their City Connect introduced last year is a melting pot of Texas state history as well as baseball history in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We've got reference to the Fort Worth Panthers of the 20s, the Dallas-Fort Worth Spurs from 65 to 71 just before the Rangers showed up, and how April 21st signifies the day Texas gained independence, the first championship baseball game in Texas, the Rangers' first home game in 1972, and the day the Rangers first wore these. Someone had their almanac on hand. And does it come together? Yes, this is very Texan, and I wouldn't mistake it for any other region. I do wish they had last names on the back, but that's a minor nitpick. I remember my mom saw these and she thought the white tops with black pants made them look like butlers, but I'm not bothered by it. So yeah, my opinion on the Rangers jerseys have gone up, though I can't quite call this a full-on redesign since, like Cleveland, all that was changed on the white jersey at least was on the front and the powder blue jersey got added, whereas the gray and royal blue jerseys stayed the same. I will compromise though and bump the Rangers up to decent. Tomorrow we're gonna bang on a trash can for the Houston Astros.